With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pick.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and now it's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. The throwing here, Purdy. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 26. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
DeAndre Hopkins. It's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
47-yard line.
Henry running right. Pushes him over. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Complete to Likely on the out route. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. This time, Jackson will throw it. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Tyler Loop now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, 49ers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
A gain of 12 yards.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, two-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Man.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Well, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Purdy. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. A shotgun handoff to Henry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Off the option, here's Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play is called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Jackson will keep it, and he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Connects with Kittle underneath.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Purdy on a sneak. And he is going to have a Niners first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Back to throw, Purdy. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Mike Green just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's in the space past the 25. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Play action. Now Purdy. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are back within a score. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Gets around him. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Play action. It's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. Henry up the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 3. They go play action with Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the counter, it's Henry. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Rush. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
At the 47-yard line.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. In motion left, Flowers. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rush. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 8.
This offense so far on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Throw caught by Flowers. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Rush to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Tyler Loop now to try the field goal. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Purdy from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Jennings. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Purdy looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Purdy gets this. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, rush. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Rush working from the gun. Slings it to Anderson. It's complete. The tight end has it. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Rush. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here now, 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Rush. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
It's now 3rd down.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. After the penalty, it's Henry. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 18 yards to pick up there.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So the penalty there for a block in the back.
And that's one where you normally see a blocker put his hands up right away to say, no, I didn't do it. But this time, yes, you did.
Back to throw, Rush. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rush. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Shotgun now with Purdy. Completes it to Jones. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
To Ricky Pearsall. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That's complete to McCaffrey. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd and 7. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 42. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Purdy on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together. They begin with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will go to Henry out wide. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. Room here to run. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Now he's going to step up and run, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Purdy from the gun on third down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 6.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Second and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And a pretty quick burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
To throw is Rush. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now Purdy. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
A handoff, running left, Henry. All right, so they'll march backwards on the illegal block in the back.
And that's always a really tough call for the official, and I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. Remember, a block from the side is legal, but that time they made the determination that that one did come in the back.
Play fake. Here's Rush. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Purdy looking to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Purdy, big fourth down play. Open man is born. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Here's Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Ravens 17, 49ers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
He's going to let it go again. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Rush to throw. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Rush. Now he'll tuck this and run. A good decision in the end. The pull and run gets him 9 yards and a 1st. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
3rd and 8.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Throwing here, rush. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the 5th time here today. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Niners are going offense, 1st and 10. So Purdy and the Niners down 17-14, 2:21 the time left. They've got one timeout at their disposal and the 2-minute warning as they go to work here on 1st down. Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
3rd and 4.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Here's Purdy to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Purdy to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Complete to Christian McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 25-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Throwing, Purdy. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
1st and goal, San Francisco.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Ravens ready to take over. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Okay, so they'll march backwards on the penalty there.
I don't know about you, partner. I thought that one's maybe a little bit of a ticky-tack type of a call. Was that a clear block in the back when he got his man off balance? I thought that was a tough one.
So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20. A pivot and a give to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
There's certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to throw, Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Wester on the return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Ravens taking the field. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it. I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Henry. Only able to gain a couple there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They go play action with Rush. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
The Ravens send their punter out now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Here's more on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series brought everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Another run, this time McCaffrey.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Each team's had it in overtime, so next score wins. Here's 2nd down.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. a great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And that is incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start with a give to Henry.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Henry up the middle.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
The first carry now. This is Hill. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it.
But Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.